Hello and welcome to XP-11, and I'm Andy, and today we're going to take another flight in the Tecnam P2006TT. I'm going to try and make up for the screw up I did last time, where I screwed up pretty much everything that it's possible to screw up. So I practiced, I got a decent checklist, and I'm going to do a decent flight. So still FSEconomy, short flight today from Omaha, Kilo Oscar Mike Alpha to November Echo 69, which is Browns airport. The reason why I'm going there is because I actually own that airport in FSEconomy. So that's why I'm going there. So let's start our flight here. We have 3 passengers. We are going from... I don't know where we are situated. Here. This is not where I saved it. Saved the flight, by the way. It's a little odd. I'm going to use my the thing we're going to do is we're going to go basically down here, down out here, and we're going to go EFR, and then we'll go down to the top of this estuary or this river, and then we're going to go down to November 69, which Echo 69 was here, which is here. So it's a VFR flight today. Let's start with our safety inspection checklist. So, emergency equipment is on door. Fuel selectors are left and right. Wow! Sorry. It's hard time having everything located. Sorry. My keyboard is sort of a short leash. Fuel pumps are off. Ignitions are off. 1, 2, 3, no, 1. So good thing ignition is off. Just because I loaded the flight plan just now. Emergency light and horizon checked. Circuit breakers. All in. AP trim and AP master should be on, but it can't be on. It doesn't seem to be simulated, so it's off. Here, pitot heat is off. It's here. ELT is armed. It's down here. We can't do anything about it, but it's armed. Rudder trim disconnect is on. I don't know what that is. Internal lights are off, cabin heaters are off, landing gear handle is down. 3 greens, currently, for some reason. Battery and field mass is off. They are over here. I have a panel on my desk where I can see they're off. Avionics crossbus is off. These 4. Steering instruments lights are off. Alternate start will be closed, which is down, I think, out here on this side somewhere. If I remember, it's not there, so it should be there. Engine controls are prop fully forward, and power levers are idle, and chokes are off. So that's the checklist here. So we're gonna set it up for start. So power on. We have our beacon and nav lights on. We'll go turn fuel pumps on. I want to check the fuel pressure, which is over here. So if you see, oh, and high. So that's good. So before I start the checklist, outside checklist check is completed. PT hockey covers and control lock is removed. Doors, we close those. Closed, and that's closed. Time recording, so it's 1952 Zulu here. recorded. Parking brake is on. That's down here. Battery master is on. Fire detection system checked. Gear lights is checked. We can check those. We'll just fuel quantity. Here, fuel quantity checked. You can also check it over here if you want to on the east gauges. So about half tank. It's good. More than we need. A lot more than we need actually. Fuel selectors are left tank to left, right tank to right, and so good. And we'll start it up and we'll plan the rest after starting engines. So avionics are off. Ignition, turn it on. Strobe light is on. I'll keep it off. Engine start. So we'll start engine. So pretty simple. Just press start. Engine. We'll rev that up to 1200 RPM for warming the engine up. So good. And start left engine. And we'll rev that up to 1200 RPM. So it's almost there. So we'll put avionics on. We'll also put the cross buses here on. Okay, so after start checklist, avionics, cross bus on. Exterior lights are set, altimeters are set, 2996, check. DC amp volts is checked, check it down here. So amp, I don't know why this goes in haywire, it always does that, I have no idea why it does that, but it does. And what about ready? I don't know why this doesn't seem to be simulated. So let's set our departure here up. We're gonna go direct to November Echo 69. So we have that in the GPS. We're going to fly VFR, but we'll still want to have it in our GPS for planning purposes. 6, 9. Brown sweeping waters. Oh, I forgot. The reason why I have that in there is that I was going to do, let's see, menu, wide, sorry, cumulative, and we'll go systems, and we want, let's see, 26.9 remaining, so that's close to what we have. Used 1.2 gallons, so that's correct. We could, if we want to, set up altitude, which will be 4,500 feet. So, enter. Okay, so we have that set there. We'll use this view to see where we're going. We'll set this to 4,500 feet. So 4,500 feet. And we'll take off runway 8. So we'll just 178 or something, I think. So GPS engaged, which we won't use. So we'll check our flight plan. We'll first take off, and then we'll fly heading track of, let's see, 215. So we'll set that up here, 215. sorry, 215. Which will be our initial heading, and then we'll come to a place in the village where it's called, there's a town where it's kind of sharp bend. From there we'll descend, go pretty much 180 to the top of that bend on the water, and then we'll go direct to wheat browns. So that's the routing basically. Okay, check flight controls. It's good. I'll check brakes. It's good. Flaps. We'll set that takeoff. Ready? Good. Takeoff. Trims are set. Well, no, we need to increase this slightly, and rudder trim is set. Rudder trim is down here, and here's the elevator trim. Flight inspector transponder, we'll set the transponder. Transponder, we'll go VFR. Good, so we won't gauge it until we take off. Takeoff briefing, we'll just climb runway heading 400 feet. Climb runway heading, best climb speed is 84 knots, so we'll, after takeoff we'll pitch for 84 knots, and when we climb to 400 feet above ground, we'll take up our flaps. By positive climb, I'll do that again. Runway heading, initially positive climb, gear up, landing lights off, pitch for 84 knots, climb to 400 feet, put the flaps up, and then we'll head on our way, 215, and then maybe 220, so maybe to get it right. And then we'll set climb power, which will be 25, manifold pressure 25, and prop RPM of 2250. So, and then we'll continue on our way, climb up to 4,500. Try to hand fly it and look out where we are. And when we get to 4,500 feet, we'll set cruise power. So that's about the takeoff briefing. So we'll taxi to the runway and takes lights on and pitot heat on. So let's see, where are we? So we'll use 1.8, so we'll taxi left until, well, we'll see how far we get. So I don't know, if you keep it at 1200 RPM, that goes like a rocket on the ground, so about 900 is much better. Well, I mean, that's a little fast actually. So I have the SciTech joke, I have a SciTech throttle quadrant. We'll have three levers on it, so 2 of them are set up for throttle and 1 is set up for prop RPM. Prop. It works out nicely. And then I have a SciTech, pair of SciTech pedals also. See the outside of this beautiful plane? That's how it looks. It is a beautiful plane. Very nice. So just review. Takeoff, runway heading, takeoff speed is 65, best climb 84, that's best climb on one engine, so if you have an engine failure we'll still go 84. So let's check where we're going. We're still on our, no, actually we turned wrong, sorry, felt like we were off. We'll take it right up here and taxi back. Or we'll switch maybe. I will switch. We'll switch runways. This is still within the wind. Within the wind limits, so. This plane is very small, and this is a very big airport, so you can see the taxiways are like humongous, and the road, the runways will be even greater. So we get here, and the runway will face into the wind, and we'll also do our run up. Just want to do one more thing here. Let's see. Wind. Throw it off somewhere. Yeah, you shouldn't do that while taxiing, by the way. So I'm screwing things up again. Okay, focus taxiing, Andy, and I think this will be enough. We don't need as much. Small plane will take off quite fast. So here we'll face into the wind, which I don't think it's. I don't know where the wind is. So hold here, and we'll face into the wind, which I think is down there or so. So parking brake set. Taxi light off. Okay, so now we're done. I'm gonna do the run up. So we'll increase RPM to 1650 on both engines. I did last time on 2 engines, but I see people seem to, wheel pilots seem to be doing it on both engines, so we'll try it on both engines. So good, and we'll start with our mag checks. So left one, both engines within limits. Oh, sorry. It cannot difference between 50 between them, and also max 50, and also they can't drop more than 130. So we'll do right check max. So it was 1650, now 57, so it's within the 130 limit, and it's also the same, so there's no discrepancy between them. So turn that on. We'll do turn carb heat on. So a maximum 100, I think, drop. I think it's like 30 or something. Oh, 20, 30, 30. Okay, so good. And we'll cycle the prop. So first time we'll look at oh, sorry. Well, actually, you see CHG and oil temperature and oil pressure. These are all in weird. Doesn't add up. So once, just increase it, so see it's back to where it should be. It does. Twice. Stable, and 3 times. See the oil pressure goes up and down a little bit when it's still in the green. Everything else is weird. I don't know. Maybe I need to update this spring. And one more up and down, so 4 times, which is, if you read the POH, is what they say you should do. So okay, we can lower power to 1000, and we could go ahead and do our run up checklist. So CHG and oil temperatures are checked, which are weird here and doesn't add up, so we'll ignore that. Throttle 6050, did that. Prop governors checked, ignition checked, carburetor heat checked, and throttles 1000 there. So we are ready to line up. So we'll do the lineup checklist. Just turn here. So doors closed. closed. Parking brake is off. Fuel pumps are on. Pitot heat is on. Landing tax lights are. Now they're on. So that's the lineup checklist. We also mustn't forget to set our CPAC transponder to alt. And now we're ready. So, short review. Climb runway heading, takeoff 65, sorry, we're full load. Climb runway heading 84, best rate of speed. Pitch without gear up when possible climb, and landing lights off. And when we get to 400 feet, we'll take the flaps up and increase our speed. So also set the climb speed and climb RPM. So which will be 25 and 2250. Okay, timer started, set, take off. See if I managed to do this correctly this time. Oh, come on. 65, rotate. Tap the brakes. Gear up. And landing lights off. Pitch for 84. Have 84, good. Which is our one engine climb speed, so best climb speed, one engine. So that's if you lose an engine, we'll still climb out. Just trimmed it a little bit there. So we'll take up flaps. 215 on a heading. And we'll reduce power to 225. Good. And we'll fly our heading here. And set RPM to 22.5. So good. 22.4, but it's close enough. And more climbing. So our climb will reach our top of climb within, let's see, just a few minutes, and then 4 minutes and 6 minutes to our first waypoint. So edge of time might be a little bit hard to see here, so we'll sort of look for it, and by 6 minutes, if we're not there, we'll start slowly turning to 180 and try to spot the next waypoint, which will be the river, and the bend on the river basically. So we're down. We can increase our power a little bit, because as we climb, the power is reduced. Do 90 knots, that's pretty okay. See if we can see anything here. It's not hard, it's not that easy to see. Going, so keep it here, 3 minutes, halfway there. And a disclaimer, I'm not a pilot, I said that last time, I'm saying it this time too. So turn the fuel pumps off and landing lights off. And we're almost at 1,000 meters to go. Climb checklist. So gear up, no lights. Flaps up, 0. Climb power set, fuel pumps off, landing taxi lights off, altimeters are set 2996. Oops. So that was the climb checklist. So I'm not very good at flying VFR, but basically we should be a bit out from this river which we're passing here. So, oh, sorry, 2500, leveled off a little bit fast there. So let's gain some speed. Sorry, 4500 I meant. Did I say 25? I meant 45. Okay, so power should be 24, which is basically where it is. And RPM should be 2000, which seems to be the one I usually go for. So, cruise power set. We'll gain a little bit too much altitude there, 50 feet or so. 80 feet actually. Click there. Okay, so we should look for sort of a braking town. So I'm thinking, I think it's here. This is sort of edge. I think this is basically the VFR point here we're aiming for. You see it continues there, and there's an airport there. The city continues here, so oh, sorry, you didn't keep an eye on my altitude there, did I? So this is the point we're gonna do a little. We're gonna be a little late over there, but it's okay. We have lots of fuel, so it's no biggie. So this is what's the airport called? Millard. So this airport is Millard. Actually, I think it should be. This is sort of an edge of town. It goes down here, and we're gonna go from about here and south. So actually, I think if you look here, this is the river bend. So it sort of bends. See here, it goes up there, and there's top, and then it goes back down. So we know our bend will just fly direct there. So stay out of the Millard Airport area a bit. And we're pretty way off away from the Offutt Air Force Base, so that's no biggie. We're outside of their airspace. So this is kind of cool. I did use years ago, way back, I did do some VFR flights in FS 2004, which is interesting, I might say. Because it doesn't have roads, but and big like lakes and stuff. You can navigate using those, which is fair. But otherwise, it's a bit of, it's not that easy. So. So X-Plane definitely picks it up a notch when it comes to realism. So here are one. I don't know if all of the. I think there are like 3 islands up here. Should be 3 islands. Oh, maybe. Oh. No. So there are 3 islands. There should be 3 islands here. It just seems to be the big one. We are no. You can just see one. So there's one island here. From here, after we pass this edge, we'll go this island. When we're over this island, we'll go. God, I'm worthless at keeping altitude. I'm sorry. Keep talking. After this, we'll go let's see. Where are we? 190. That will be our heading. After passing this island here. So it's pretty much close to where we are. It's the bug for 190, so we know where we are. And that should bring us pretty much down to Browns. As soon as we're over here. Fuel is good, very good. We could set our flight plan here and could see we'll have 24 gallons when we arrive there in 5 minutes. Just over 5 minutes, so it's not very far. So I think you're pretty good over the island there. And we'll turn to 190. So the only thing I don't like about this joke is it has a dead zone. I know lots of people, or some people rebuilt them basically and put other potentiometers. I don't know, that's probably not the right word, like the Swedish word, which measures more precisely. They seem to put some bad ones, not good enough ones in there, so it doesn't measure the first movement. So I mean, I'm turning it and there it catches, and that's a good centimeter, a centimeter and a half or so movement before it does anything. It seems to be better when it comes to ultimate, slightly better there. So, but I could pay like 10,000 kroner, so a grand, and buy a Yoko, but that's so much money. And this actually works pretty nicely, and I don't fly that much with the yoke. I spent the entire day flying with this though. So this route should take us, let's see, that's our top of descent also, so 3, 6 to 5 minutes or so. So it's not too far. Whoa. Wind change. So 3 minutes we can actually start our descent. So use our power. Start our descent. Okay, so just set everything up. So our approach checklist leaves us approach briefing, and we'll go stand in and land south. Let's go with the wind. Fuel pumps are on, fuel selectors are left and left, and altimeters are set. And that's the approach checklist. So 5 nautical miles, we'll reduce power some more. Start to descend more. We need to lose some altitude here. 4.9 nautical miles. Could actually go and do this. Give us a direct so we know where it is. We are slightly off. It's pretty much, I think it's straight ahead would be, yeah. So I can spot it. It's over here somewhere. So we're under 122 knots, so we can put out 1 notch of flaps, which we'll do. 3 nautical miles left, so we would real life probably call up traffic and say November 260 Juliet Lima, inbound to land, I think it's 18. And we are at win Tecnam. And Brown's traffic. Or something like that. I'm not an expert in any way. So we can take out the gears. Gear down selected and landing lights on. Will give some more power. Prop lever forward and will give us 1 notch more flaps. 2 nautical miles. So you see flaps are not even set. That was no. Now we have approached flaps. So we should keep it at 17 knots. A little sloppy here. 1.9 nautical miles. And you can see it here. So here's the runway basically. Oh. So here's the runway. So I landed a few times here, and this is my airport in FSEconomy, which I own. So, and the reason why I fly it there is because I think it's a cool airport. Anyway, just final approach checklist. Gear down, 3 greens. Propellers fully forward. Flaps are set. Landing, and we are ready to land. Okay, so we'll keep it at 70, actually 65. It should be our final Dover threshold, so we'll try to get there. Anyway, Brown's is a home base for a bunch of skydivers, and I used to skydive, and I used to listen to a pod they had, skydiving pod. I don't know if they're still doing it. Something it was really nice listening to, so that's sort of why I like this airport. There's a small grass field. It has 2 grass fields, I think. They probably mostly use this one, which is 17 maybe. So 165 knots or so. You should be over threshold. So in real life, I think there's trees along this road, so I don't think you would. Or maybe they cut down. I don't know. So let's get it going there. So reduce power. Yeah, good. Pretty okay. So we're down. Brake a little bit, just to bring it to a stop. Okay, so turn this around. So it's grass, so we need a little bit more power than we need, about 40%. We'll bring up the flaps. Take off pitot heat, fuel pump, and that's it for now. So after landing checklist, fuel pumps off, pitot heat off, exterior lights are set, flaps are up, flight time and fuel is recorded. It was about 20-minute flight, 1954, so about 20 minutes flight time from Omaha. And come up here and we'll take a left down the other runway, which is over there. So we'll see in the ground where it is. So if you're flying FSEconomy, please come visit. It's a pretty cool airport. I like it. So let's see how our 3 passengers think about it. So it doesn't have any night lighting, so you can't land here at night. I tried. Trust me, I tried. It's crappy. You can't do that, especially in XP-11, where everything is actually pretty realistic when it comes to light, I think. And you can't see this. There's nothing here to see. You can land at the big airports like Omaha and that sort of stuff, of course, but here, no way. So I usually park up here on the right side, so we're gonna take off lights. This little concrete thingy here. I don't know if that's realistic. I have not done this airport. I did it in FS 2004, even though I never released it. But I haven't done it. This is this explain stock airport, I think. brake there. Parking brake. Okay, good. So avionics off. Fuel off. And we'll turn engines off. Actually, we're gonna cool it down for a minute, but I didn't have time to do. I didn't bother to do that. Lights off and battery off. Let's see. Oh, check this. Engine shutdown. Parking brakes on. Avionics cross bus is. Yeah, we didn't. The cross bus. I keep forgetting the cross buses. Ignition is off, and then parking wheel shocks. Parking brake on. Emergency lights horizon off. Exterior lights off. Battery and field lights off. And that's basically it. So this was a flight with FSEconomy. I have to shut down FSEconomy, by the way, so I get the money. Finish flight. I want to see how much money I made. So just check the log. So I made $941 in the FSEconomy. Pretty cool. Nice one. It's not a ton of money, I know. It's a little bit of money, so that's good. So this was a FSEconomy flight, XP-11 in the Tecnam P2006T from Kilo Oscar Mike Alpha, Omaha, to Browns, which is in FSEconomy it's called Kilo Echo Papa Golf, but in real life it's renamed to November Echo 69er. So that's the name if you want to go there. So a 20-minute flight time, and VFR, well, did some things wrong. Stuff to learn, of course, as always. But I think I did a lot better job than last thing I did. The takeoff was a little sketchy, though. I'll work on that one. It's hard to talk and do things, and fly at the same time. Usually, my takeoffs were pretty good today. I've done a bunch of them. So we'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm Andy. If you like this episode, please hit the like button or leave just hit the like button or the thumbs down if you don't like it. So anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great day, everyone, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.